and gentlemen, welcome to Hyrox London vlog. So I've not got too much B-roll to go over of what happened. I've got footages of the different stations and I will go through how it went, but stay until the end to see if I beat my time. Did I hit that sub 80? Who knows? Who knows? Did I hit that sub 80 that I was chasing for, which would have been, let me have you, a 13-minute PB. Now, to break 13 minutes off a first run, I think was a little ambitious, let's say. Manchester was 1:33.31. I believed was, in my head, quite slow. I wasn't happy with that time at all. You've probably seen the other vlog. I was not happy. Manchester to London, it was a different layout. As you can see on the screen here, you can see that it's not a circle. It's basically Silverstone. It wasn't difficult to navigate the track. It was quite nice. The problems were the lap. It was a bit weird because the first lap was 2.5 laps. Then 2 to 7 was the third time you go in. And the last one was second time you see the wall balls, you go in. So the wall balls were separate to the rest of the stations, which I found a little bit strange in its own ways, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? Like the new centre equipment, I enjoy. I miscalculated my runs, so the runs weren't 1 kilometre. It was like 1.3, and then it was like 1 kilometre or 1 point something, and then it was like a little bit less. Whatever it was, the runs weren't even. Which, listen, we can all go into fucking ins and outs of the politics of it if you like. It doesn't matter. You've got to race the track. Like the week before, there was no rock zone at Berlin. This week there was a rock zone, and then it was a bit of a different course. So you've got to race the track, and I think to have a fair review would be doing Manchester again. So my goal would be doing Manchester again in January. This is some of the footage, and stay until the end and I'll go through a little review of everything. break down my times against Manchester. So the first run, as I said, was a little bit longer. So in Manchester, in London, it was 58 seconds slower than Manchester, whereas Manchester's a 4:24. This was a 5:22. And if I remember, Manchester first lap was shorter. One of the things that I spoke to Ryan, who's been coaching me for the last 4 months, I think he really picked up a lot of my weaknesses from Manchester. One of the things he said, don't go out too hot. And that was in my back of my head. Don't go out like a dickhead and don't burn out too early, because I knew it was a long thing. But then I look back now and go, ooh, could I have pushed a little bit more? The ski, I was 5 seconds faster. But bearing in mind, these are also running onto the station, doing it and getting out. A lot in Manchester, I was walking out. I was trying to run as much as I could in this one, in and out of every station. Run 2 was 2 seconds slower than Manchester. The sled push, 26 seconds faster. Now, I noticed the sled push, and I noticed one thing. They felt alright. Like, I know a lot of people complaining about sleds before. You can't fucking complain about them. If you're complaining about them, you are in a privileged position not to have dealt with the other ones, because the other ones didn't fucking move. These move, and like as you see in the footage there, they move and they move quite well, with the center of gravity being, like, the sleds themselves way heavier, so it's a lot fucking easier to pull. The third run was 5 seconds slower than Manchester. Sled pull was something that battered me in Manchester. I just couldn't move it. It was elasticated. It was just like, ah, fuck this sort of thing. I was 37 seconds faster this time round. I do think a lot of that has been down to training a lot more with pull sessions sort of thing. The fourth run was bang on the same as Manchester. Burpees, even though I felt them really fucking slow, and I remember there was a gentleman on the side and he went, come on mate, you got this. And I remember looking at him and saying, mate, I'm in a dark place here. And he went, you're nearly there, you're nearly fucking there. And there was a guy next to me who casually bunny hopped past me, and I was like, no words. The fifth run was 6 seconds faster. The row was 6 seconds faster as well. The sixth run was 7 seconds faster than Manchester. So, as you can see now, I feel like I've got into a bit of a groove. I'm moving. The farmer's carry was 39 seconds faster than Manchester. Now, Manchester was quick. Went completely unbroken. Fucking went for it. There was a gentleman in front of me, and I said in my head, I went, I'm not dropping them until you drop them. And on the corner, 4 of them dropped them together. And I was like, nah, I'm gone here. So I went completely unbroken on them, probably because of all the weekly food shops that I do. I'm used to carrying the bags from Aldi to the car. Seventh run, 8 seconds faster than Manchester. Sandbag lunges, 18 seconds faster, which... One of the things in the sandbags I found was lunge, step, and just keep going, trying to keep walking, just not break the pace too much. In the burpees, I tried to do 5 rest, and I just couldn't. Burpees killed me, so it's something I will definitely work on. I would like to get 5 minutes in the burpees, which would take another minute and a half off me. Run 8 was obviously a lot shorter, to be honest with you. Run 8 was a lot shorter, so 1 minute 58 seconds, nearly 2 minutes faster than Manchester. Like I say, I can't compare it directly. The only thing I could compare is some of the stations, and even then, stuff like sleds, wall balls, and lunges are all different equipment to Manchester, so that's a little bit different as well. And wall balls, 21 seconds faster. I did go 25 unbroken at the first ones, and I did not have a single no rep. So once again, doing just 100 reps, fucking beautiful. But I did take a bit too long in my rest periods in between the sets, or had too many breaks in the wall balls. Either way. So yeah, that's where we are up to. So I did beat my time by 5 minutes and 56 seconds, which I am super, super happy and proud of. I'm in a different age category now. I'm no longer with the young bucks and fucking 25 to 29-year-olds. But I am entering a lot of the prime ages, if you like, of the 30 to 34s. Still a long way to go to even consider a world spot. I will need to beat another 1,030 people, sorry, to be considered in a world spot. Will that happen next season? Possibly not. I think a lot of running is needed. I think from there then we will go from there. But yeah, like I say, next event is in 4 weeks, where I've got I've got a Anglesey 10k. No, it's not. It's Abersoch 10k. A lot of my clients are doing it as well. I will take the GoPro with me. Might stick it on my wrist, or on my head, on my chest. I might take this with me, to be honest with you, do the 10K, because there's a lot of my clients doing it as well. I will also take this camera, and we'll do some B-rolls and all that sort of thing, as well, because I've got, I think, 7 or 8 clients running it in total. Couple doing the beach run in the morning, and then there's loads then doing the 10K run. I am looking for a PB. Will I get it? I don't know. You'll have to tune in and find out. 4 weeks from now, that will be. But between now and then, I will be uploading regular YouTube videos. With where I'm at, what I'm doing. Really cares not many people, but don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It means nothing to you maybe, but for me it means the world, and it costs you nothing as well to click that like and subscribe button. It costs you nothing, half a second of your life. Do you know what I mean? If you never watch any of my videos again, just click that subscribe button. Like I say, my goal is to push the YouTube page as well, but yeah, that's where we're up to, that's where we're going. If you do have any questions around Hyrox and stuff like that, I am not a Hyrox coach, and I at the moment don't have any intentions in doing so. I don't feel a position of being a Hyrox coach, when I believe that you should do a certain amount of Hyroxes, or definitely be qualifying for the Worlds and stuff like that. So that's where we're up to, that's where we're going, that's what we've done. Until the next time, over and out.